Hi, Leo. Leo. Last but not least, Leo. So I'm doing a compass spread. What that means is there will be 5 cards, and in each card will be in a section. One will be the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit. And yeah, we'll get into it. This month for you, so it's like August was hot, Leo season was a lot, and then boom, Virgo season. You're like, I'm out. Perfect. You did what you had to do. And Leo season was hot for most people. For you, Virgo season cools down. That's a lot of cards. I'm going to reshuffle. If more cards come out again, I'm just going to keep them out. We'll just go with it. Cool. You. I know Leo season was a lot. It was really hot for a lot of people, but that's not your problem. You feel great. Good. You should feel great. There's been a lot of different things coming at you, but Virgo season is a chance for you to connect deeply to your intuition. This is something you've cleared space for, especially if this is something you want. Whether you want it or not, it's coming. And you feel very, very clear in your mind. Especially in nighttime. For some reason, nighttime is going to be a very valuable time for you to create space for yourself to maybe make a nighttime practice, something where you can connect with yourself, whether it is doing art, writing, listening to a podcast, meditating, whatever it is that's going to connect you to yourself in a way that allows for this connection to be maintained. For a lot of you, you're feeling very good in your body, very strong, very aware, very powerful even. And it's a great time to feel powerful. Mercury and Mars both going to be in Libra this month. Already entered Libra for Mercury. And then Venus is in Libra until the 10th. It's a great time to have these intimate moments with yourself, with your partner, with whatever it is that you're wanting to do, or deepening that with your career. Stressing this deeper insight to your intuition. Because your body's so clear for most of you, for those of you who don't feel that way, Virgo season is constantly inviting you into that, so you're either going to say yes or no. It's up to you. Virgo season knows that there's work to be done and you have to do it. It doesn't just get done on its own. You have to start it, and then maybe the engine will keep running and going for you, but there's still, you need to spruce things up sometimes. And that's what the mind you're going to realize in the mind. There will be moments of the full moon in Aquarius that started Virgo season on the 22nd was it could have been very profound for some of you in a very easeful way. But it also showed you what parts of yourself that you may have been neglecting from your month. And what's important now, is to be very, very honest and be very compassionate with how you feel. I think you'll feel a natural softness this month. A lot of people are going to feel the harshness of Virgo season, but for you, I do feel like there is a softness that you find in the way that you speak. If there is a Pisces in your life, spiritual section, for most of you, this will be the Pisces full moon. So full moon to full moon is a huge cycle, and you'll see it when we do the second part, where towards the end of the video, I give you the second part where we look at the cards. So this, also the Neptune transit, is really good for you because you know innately that things are going to move slow, so you kind of just roll with it. And Pisces allows you to really see and heal a part of you. For some of you, there's a part of you you're deeply healing. And you've been engaging with it behind, like you haven't been talking about it much unless it's with very specific people. But for a lot of you, it's about this connection with yourself, this very deep connection you have with yourself, and about what doesn't shine on your horizon, right? So nighttime this month. Virgo season, the lamp is for you this month because it's so clear. From full moon in Aquarius to full moon in Pisces, whatever you decide to commit to, middle of the deck, justice. It's like Libra season is saying, hey, things are going to be great and prosperous next month, even though it's going to have chaos. You're going to find ease if you do this. If you go through this deeper initiation with your psyche. It may feel uncomfortable for some of you. For some of you, you're going to naturally be like, okay, cool, this is great. I'm ready for this. I like this. Amazing. And the way you connect to it is really easy. And your heart is like, hey, oh, like we've been doing this all along, but now that you're aware of it, here, I have more to share with you. And some of you might find through a spiritual practice or having that night routine that you get really connected with the part of you that you don't always get to see, or that other people don't see, or the part of you that you've thought about taking a look at, and it's like your spiritual part. Spiritual for you has been wishy-washy, but you've been being asked by each sign to go deeper into it, especially considering the times that we're in, considering everything that's going on. And it's a great time because when you get the hang of something, and when you understand something, and when you're willing to shine your light and maybe reach that horizon a little bit different or shift that focus, it becomes very easy for you after. It's just that beginning initiation because it feels so dark, because you haven't been there, because you haven't done that. So for some of you might be starting something brand new with yourself. It could be having to do with your career, because the Queen of Wands is also a very creative energy, which is you. And the Two of Cups is a commitment to something, or an agreement to something, an exchange of some sort. So this could be the part of you where your body, because it's so clear, you now get very clear on your purpose and how you want to drive things forward, and you get this newfound sense of wind by the end of the month. And with these Libra placements, it's very easy for you to communicate this month, not only with yourself and with spirit, or whatever you call source, God, the universe, and with the people around you. It's so easy. By the Pisces full moon, you'll realize, like you do just naturally, maybe just like kicking it with some people, where you're just like, oh shit, I did all that. Cool. Great. What's next? But also like, I'm chilling. So this month is pretty chill for you. In terms of external sources, it's more of an internal month, quiet month. You may find yourself not wanting to socialize too much. You feel very committed to what's to come. And Libra season is like, yeah, the more you know what is going to happen in Libra season, the more you can get very clear on what you want to do this season. By the end of the month, you also feel, if you follow this and commit to this creative energy, which is also that intuitive psyche, that you will see not only major growth, but growth that you've always seen in yourself, but now it just comes outside of yourself in a way that's so natural. And by that Pisces full moon on the 22nd, when the sun, or the 20th, and then the sun enters Libra, you'll be very prepared for what's to come, but also you'll have this greater understanding of not only who you are, where you're going, but how that also is healing parts of you that you didn't know even needed it. And that's what Virgo season's magic does. And by that day, you'll probably want to just celebrate, in the sense of like do something that you really want to do, and just like something that takes you into that creative space, but you're not forcing it. It's like you naturally want to do something that aids to this whole progression this month. It's like when like a different, like when you have a great sound, but then you add this one thing to that song that makes it just that much more like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think saying too much more will kind of defeat what I'm saying. But we'll take a look at the cards and get in the second part because I always see it from a different view too, which also brings more insight. All right, Leo, all information to work with me is below. I love you, and I'll see you in Libra season. Leo, full circle, full moon circle. That's what I'm going to call this because the full moon to full moon, like we acknowledged in the beginning, this is literally such a Leo Virgo reading. Just the way it's set up, like just look at it. Tell me it's not. It's clear, concise, to the point, and it's not too much. It's like perfect, honestly. All right, so the center is really calling me. So I'm going to start there. So first of all, Aquarius, Libra, Pisces, Cancer, very strong. Leo, very strong. So you're in a place of you're ready to take a deeper dive into yourself. Star card, moon card, everything really. Deeper dive into yourself. Into what you want. Like what you really want. Like what you really want on this. You're like, oh, like, you know what? I feel a purpose. And I know my purpose. And you always know your purpose. But like, you just also love to live. And like, as you should. But now you're gaining that very clear intuition this month. It's so clear. And next month probably won't be as clear. So take advantage of this clarity that you're getting this month for those of you that are. And if you're not getting clarity, it's because you're not following your intuition. Your intuition, the star, is in your mind. Your mind thinks of something random or weird. Go with it. Go with it. Especially if it's fucking weird as fuck, because that's an Aquarius card. There also could be an Aquarius on your mind, but I really don't think that's like for most of you. For most of you, it's really about yourself. It's about following the stars. Like maybe some of you are getting really into astrology, or at least right now it's important to you. And there's and I think that makes sense as a deeper commitment to yourself in a different way. You're able to do anything. You're capable of a lot. And again, we live in a culture where we think we have to do a lot. We don't. You don't have to do a lot. But there's something that's becoming clear for you that you want to commit to even more so. There's a readiness, a sureness of who you are, what you want, what you stand for. The justice system may be involved in some ways. You may be looking into that. But by the full moon in Pisces at the end of the month, so the full moon in Aquarius basically opened things up for you. It's been opening up your mind and wanting to open it up even more into the parts where you don't always go or let yourself see, but you're kind of just being invited equally. You're going and being invited into. You're kind of just open to this month, and I hope that what I would hope is that you remain open to this month. And by the close of the end of the month, because this Pisces new full moon is on the 20th, and we go into Libra on the 22nd, and we also had the full moon in Aquarius on the 22nd. So even the numbers are aligning. So this Pisces full moon is very important for you. You might be super fucking focused by the beginning of the month, and by this full moon you'll want to just be in that state of relax and like not relax, but like in this place of like, now I'm relaxed into this next phase, basically. So it doesn't feel like work. Not that this month should feel like work for you, but it's going to feel, there's going to be a different air to it. The moon is a circle. That's all I keep thinking. I know that sounds really ridiculous, but there it is. There might be a lot of people who also want your attention, and you just have to say no. Not hard for you, but that doesn't mean that you're not gonna be able to socialize when you feel like it. This month is just really about yourself more than anyone else. So like, even if there are other people in your life, I advise you to really think about you more than anything else. Follow that intuition. For some of you as well, the full moons, that full circle cycle, you may notice just like this month is going to be very enriching for you. So that's what this is going to do. It's going to enrich your mind again. Some of you have been feeling like meh lately for a while now. And you haven't cared, like whatever. Things get boring sometimes. They don't have to be dramatic. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking about like toxicity. But I'm saying like you are enriching your experience with, again, going back to this the beginning, full circle. I lost my train of thought for a second. That's why I paused, and then I know that this might sound off, but you're just enriching your experience with your true desires. Because Libra season wants you to like put it out there after. So, you might be in that quintessential Virgo place of working through things with yourself, on things with yourself, whatever it is, and Libra season's gonna like disperse it, but this is also something you've been thinking about for a while. So even since, it's the Aquarius full moon 2, when we are in your sign being your opposing sign, and then the Pisces full moon coming right after. So even back, this has all been the seeds that you planted back in those signs. So back in the winter of Aquarius and Pisces. And those are also full circle because those are the ends of the zodiac. So it's a lot of full circle moments you might find. But that's the magic you need right now. You need to be reminded of the magic through this month. Through yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's okay to know it and be like, yeah, cool, whatever about it. But it's also really awesome to be amazed by it as well. So let yourself be amazed by yourself again and again. All right? And sleep. Even if you have energy, sleep. Okay? I love you, Leo. See you next month. Oh, all information work with me is below. Boom.